There was a lake outside my hometown that everyone knew about. Not because it was beautiful, not because people swam there, because nobody stayed after sunset. The story was simple. If you swam in the lake after dark, the lake would remember you. I never believed stories like that until the night someone dared me. It was late summer, warm air, pine trees, smoke from a bonfire drifting over the shoreline. Someone pointed toward the water and decided I wouldn't do it. So I did. I kicked off my shoes and walked into the lake. The water wasn't cold. That was the first thing that felt wrong. It was warm, far too warm, like stepping into bathwater left sitting for hours. The deeper I went, the quieter the world became. The insects faded, the wind disappeared, even the people behind me seemed impossibly far away. Then I dove under. For a moment, everything was peaceful. Then something brushed my ankle. I told myself it was weeds. Then something wrapped around my foot. Not hard, not enough to pull me under, just enough to let me know I wasn't alone. I came up gasping and swam back to shore. No marks, no scratches, nothing. I told myself I imagined it. That night, I dreamed of the lake. I stood waist deep in the water beneath a full moon. The reflection of the moon blinked. Not the moon itself, its reflection. As if something beneath the water had opened an eye. I woke up soaked, not with sweat, with lake water. The smell of mud and algae filled my room. The next morning I found sand in my bed. Dark sand. Lake sand. I hadn't been back. The dreams kept coming. Every night the water rose a little higher. Every night I stood a little deeper in the lake. Eventually, I wasn't standing on the shore anymore. I was already in the middle of it. I started hearing water where there wasn't any, dripping in empty rooms, breathing from drains, movement behind shower curtains. Then one night, I heard it in my bedroom. I followed the sound to the bathroom. Water covered the floor. The taps were off. The ceiling wasn't leaking. The water was just there. Then I saw the footprints. Wet footprints leading from the bathroom to my bed. Only they weren't footprints. They looked more like hands. Long fingers pressed into the carpet. They stopped beside where I slept, facing me as if something had stood there all night watching. I barely slept after that. Then came the splashing. It moved around my bedroom in the dark, one step, then another, then it stopped beside my head, and I heard my name, not in my ear, inside it, like the sound had come from underwater. When I finally opened my eyes, the room was empty, except for the ceiling. Hundreds of wet handprints covered it, pressed against the paint, as if people were trapped above me, trying to claw their way out. Then they vanished. The doctors blamed stress, sleep deprivation, hallucinations. Maybe they were right. Until I saw the photograph. Someone had taken a picture the night I went swimming. Everyone else stood by the fire. I was knee deep in the lake. Behind me, beneath the water, were faces, dozens of them, eyes open, watching. No one else could see them. They said the water was empty. Months passed. People started forgetting me. Coworkers introduced themselves twice. Neighbors looked through me. Friends hesitated before saying my name. like I was becoming harder to remember. Then one day, I caught my reflection in the window. It wasn't me, it was someone underwater, hair floating around her face, eyes wide open, mouth moving silently, trying to warn me. Last week, I went back to the lake. I don't know why. Maybe I wanted answers. Maybe I was tired of running. The water was perfectly still, like glass. Then my reflection smiled. I didn't. Slowly, it raised one hand, inviting me closer. I stepped back. Something cold wrapped around my ankle. There was nothing there, nothing I could see, only fingers tightening around my leg. Just enough pressure to remind me it never let go. Some mornings I wake up and my carpet is damp. My room smells like lake water. Sometimes I find muddy handprints beside my bed. By morning, they're gone. One day, they won't be. One day, I'll wake up standing on the shoreline, or maybe already beneath it. If you ever find yourself near a quiet lake, one that locals avoid after sunset, and some dares you to swim, don't. Because the story isn't that the lake drowns people. It's worse. It lets you leave just long enough to realize you never really did. You felt it, didn't you? That moment where something changed. You almost heard it. Play it back. It's clearer the second time. You've been listening to Dead Air. If you enjoyed the episode, follow the show. And remember, listen closely. New episodes every week. Good night. You stayed. We knew you would.
Don't turn around.